Welcome everyone, I'm Veronica Heaven, founder of Briefcases. 2020, what an extraordinary year. The UK left the European Union at the end of January. Brexit, we had Mexit, we then had storms and then COVID. Somehow many of us have had to find ways to keep going, to keep on delivering, to find new ways of working. And some industries, they haven't had a choice in the matter. Aviation, entertainment, hospitality. But for those of us who can keep going, we are keeping on going. Briefcases is about collaboration, bringing academic study and commercial reality closer together. Like so many businesses, we've had to pivot, to shift from working in classrooms and working with students in various ways to deliver their compulsory content, to having to do things online. It's a new reality that we're all getting used to. Thank you to our industry and our academic partners for working with us through this. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone at Earth Island for their unwavering support. I want to thank Kinnerton Confectionery, thank Web and Web Design, and all of the various universities and academic institutions that are working with us. But I also want to thank our new industry partners that have been joining us over the past year. And that includes the International Union of Cinemas, UNIC, Coca-Cola. I want to thank the Blue Stocking Partnership. Thanks also to Stephen George and Partners and the many others who collaborate with us. Thank you. Many of you will know that Briefcases projects are often underpinned by the message of sustainability, and this year has been no different. In fact, during lockdown, many people gained a new appreciation of the importance of the spaces around us, of the natural environment, green spaces, parks, gardens, pathways. We've started to understand how important that is. And while the biggest challenges such as climate change can seem daunting, we all can play a part in making a difference, taking small actions that will make a positive impact on people and the planet. Perhaps we've reminded ourselves through this whole period about the need and the importance of humanity and being able to care. We are here to celebrate what's good and great. This year's Briefcases projects span sustainable futures, design and print, entrepreneurship, social branding, climate change, a personal manifesto, cinema packaging and disposal, and web to print, as well as global governance and sustainable development. So let's see what we've got. Sustainable futures, design and print. In this brief, we wanted students to show that creative design and print can be commercially viable, engaging and exciting, and at the same time have a future-focused approach. So we asked the students to think about one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and include that within their work outcomes and their design solutions. We asked the students to identify an integrated print and video campaign working on the theme of sustainable futures. This was one of our largest categories, so many amazing responses, and what a wonderful range of project outcomes. Highly commended Katie LeRae for Downpour, Sarah Bloomer for 180, Aaron Burgess for the Drop-Off Scheme, Scarlett Humphreys, On the Way, James Barry for Epoch, Erica Griffin, Eat to Live, Alan Santiago, Sustainable Resources, Nilla Christensen, Equal Peace, Anna Maria Sikora, Rain Power, Brandon Singh, Apoko, Sophie Chittock for Climate Change, and Abby Nicol for Marine Pollution. Quite a list of highly commended work. Bronze winners, Callum Dingley for Home Bless, Esme Thomas, Sustainable Animation. Silver winners, Gillian Belton for Something Blue, Daniel Robinson for the Lunchtime Fitness Routine app. Gold winners, very well done, Daisy Farmer from University of Gloucestershire for Sprout, and Jade Burrell from De Montfort University with her campaign for Sure. Well done everyone, amazing results.
One of the high spots of this year has been judging the competition. Everybody's done far better than we anticipated and really deserved a gold medal. Well done to you all, thank you. Bye.
The next award Entrepreneurship and social branding. Micro and small businesses have a vital role to play on the UK economy and have the potential to play an important role in communities and on society. Brands that have a social and ethical purpose are often stronger and longer running than their counterparts. So we ask students to develop a visual working strategy on behalf of a small business and to come up with an appropriate socially orientated campaign that will fit with the aims of the business, showing the supporting messages of the campaign and how that connects with the business and its charity fundraising activities. Highly commended. Well done to Billy Betts for his work on Gonzos and to Alice Milligan for Caring Souls. Bronze winners, Erin and Maddie for Tea Bags and Chinwags. And silver winners, Katie Collins for On the Road, Lena Brewster for Project Mind Hive, and Hannah and Ellie Vickers for Dad's Boats. And our gold winners are Lexi Lane for the Tricycle Theatre Project and Chloe Chatinaud for Break the Cycle. Climate change, a personal manifesto. For many years it's been widely acknowledged that we're living as if we had more than one planet. We're living almost as if we had 3 planets rather than the one that we have. In spring 2019, the UK Parliament was the first in the world to declare an environment and climate change emergency. The videos you've just seen are the work of students from the University for the Creative Arts Epsom, where the Briefcases project is aligned with the learning platforms across the university to better understand climate change throughout 2019 and 2020 academic year. In this Briefcases project specifically set for UCA Epsom, the students have researched, written and produced a design report and advertising campaign to reflect their personal manifesto. What's become clear is through doing this work, the students have actually taken this on board as part of their own mission to move forward. There are some truly outstanding work outcomes to this project brief, and while we can't recognise everyone, there are some that we do want to highlight in particular. Highly commended Joshua Cole for Why You Should Shop Secondhand. Andy Fox, The Oceans Are Rising. Simran Hemrani for Whatever. Troy Sims for Climate Change. Yi Ling for The Unique Phone Case. Zenzuri Wang for The Makeup Experiment. Well done to all of those highly commended winners. Bronze winners, Natalie Viner for Climate Manifesto. Yu Han Go for the 3D modelling Monopoly-based game. Nicholas and Alexander for their Clean Water Mast project, and Natalie Gallop for the UCA's Project in Light Pollution. Our gold winners are very, very well done to Grace Anderson for the moving line illustration and to Xinyi Sun for the animated visual. Well done everyone, great outcomes. Unique Cinema Brief. In 2019, representatives from the International Union of Cinemas spotted Briefcases. Around the same time, the University Arts London, a world top 2 university for art and design, approached us to get involved with Briefcases. Working with our long-standing Briefcases university partner, Norwich University of the Arts, and University Arts London, LCC, the Briefcases Cinema Sustainability Project was launched, a collaborative industry initiative involving Briefcases, University Arts London, Norwich University of the Arts, the International Union of Cinemas, UNIC, the Coca-Cola Company and the Blue Stocking Partnership. Some 120 students were tasked with designing innovative systems for packaging disposability and visual communications messaging, with the aim of increasing the amount of disposable packaging being recycled by making it easier for both guests and cinemas alike to recycle. The Briefcases Cinema Sustainability Project is one of UNIC and Coca-Cola's Circular Economy Retail Group initiatives, which supports the journey towards a greener future for cinemas.
A group of international experts briefed 100 students from 8 different design disciplines with a challenge of how they would approach solving and supporting better recycling within the cinema industry. An intensive day of briefing followed. Interim results have already been assessed, and we look forward to sharing the winning projects with you all later in the year. First, we gave a design brief to two groups of university students. UAL is Europe's largest specialist university for art and design, and we asked a range of students across 8 different design disciplines to give their thoughts to tackling waste and recycling within cinema. The same challenge was given to graphic design students at Norwich University of the Arts. We were ably assisted by colleagues in exhibition as well as experts in packaging for both the briefing and also the judging. And whilst the pandemic meant UAL didn't complete to final stage visuals, we hope you'll really enjoy the insightful presentations from our 2 excellent winning entries.
Hi, we're Megan and Beth. We are 2 students from UAL's London College of Communication. We're a multidisciplinary duo, one of us being a branding student and the other a design for art direction student. Coming together to take on the brief set by the UNIC, we bring a mix of skills from core brand strategy to visual communication and a strong understanding of consumer needs. The brief that the UNIC set us invited us to look at the current cinema experience and urged us to consider how packaging and the disposal systems that are currently in place can be changed to make recycling more thorough and make it easier for both the visitors and the staff.
Our initial approach was to underpin any ideas with detailed first-hand research. From visiting cinema sites and talking to customers, we could begin to understand the real issues at the core of the brief. It was clear that a more simplified system is needed, in addition to a review of packaging where the entire process becomes more seamless. Discussing with employees of certain cinema chains, we began to understand that some chains have been actively discouraging staff to recycle because of time pressures and disputes with cinemas and waste disposal sites. We started to consider what could be introduced into cinema spaces to aid staff in the process of recycling under time constraints. Reflecting on the research gathered, we reduced our key insights into 4 short statements that we could hold our ideas to. These included easing the process, reconsidering materials, being engaging, and lessening waste contamination.
These key insights led us to developing 2 holistic approaches that both aim to minimise excess materials produced within cinema and engage customers in the sustainable practices. Our first idea is grounded within interaction, with the idea being to create a cohesive packaging and waste disposal system centred upon the tactility of physical shape and form. The concept is a simplified bin system. With corresponding packaging, it will ease the recycling process and reduce cross-contamination. The primary aim is to simplify the sorting of waste into varied streams. The bin is designed to provide a visual step-by-step process, eliminating confusion and making the recycling faster when necessary for tight turnarounds.
Our second idea is centred around the use of packaging within cinema spaces, considering packaging design that removes the need for separate waste streams through the process of composting. The traditional Japanese bento box is designed to hold single-portion food for on the go. We considered how this could be applied to the cinema setting to reduce food waste from oversized portions. We also chose to look at how Eastern cultures are using materials that could also be applied to Western consumer markets. A key example, Wasara is a compostable Japanese material made from 100% natural, tree-free products. Wasara is an example of how eco-friendly materials can be paired with user-centric design to create multi-purpose packaging. We looked into the process of industrial composting, designed to effectively process large volumes of commercial waste. These facilities can accommodate virtually any type of waste, from meat to biosolids to food scraps. From our research, we created the idea of a new form of packaging that aims to decrease excessive consumption and food waste, in addition to simplifying the disposal process through composting. With bento box style packaging, customers are given the opportunity to mix their snacks with smaller portions. The packaging could be interchangeable depending on the snacks the customer wants, making it engaging, tailored and user-centric. With this packaging made of new compostable material, we could use industrial composting effectively, regardless of any 3D waste left on the packaging itself.
Hello everyone, my name is Tom French. I'm lucky enough to share with you all my solution to the Sustainable Cinema Packaging Brief run by Briefcases. I was briefed on this project earlier this year, and it required me to think of a new forward-thinking recycling system to be used within the cinema environment. taking into consideration elements such as waste separation and 3D waste. My solution to this problem was Able. Able revolves around using compostable packaging materials to revolutionise the way consumers dispose of their waste, eliminating the need for waste separation whilst providing local communities, allotments and public spaces with compost to keep areas green. So a large part of this brief was coming up with a solution to the 3D waste problem, which essentially is leftover food debris on products, which means that the products cannot be recycled. So essentially all of that waste would have to go to landfill then, so there was a huge problem coming up with a solution to that issue. But I came up with the idea of using composting to compost the packaging with the food contents inside of it. And if this wasn't in place, the employees at the cinemas, they'd have issues having to separate the waste, or it would either take a toll on the environment. So I've looked at great depth into the composting process, and I looked into what foods can and can't be composted. And I'd say 95% of the foods that can be bought inside the cinema environment can in fact be composted, which is brilliant. So it's just a matter of finding a suitable packaging that can also be composted. All of the Able packaging is made from a recycled brown eco card, which has sections perforated into it. So there's certain shapes and patterns that you can see on some of the products. And this looks quite cool. It sets it apart from past packaging, but it also plays a role in how the product decomposes over time. And it also allows the consumer to tear sections off. The Able packaging takes roughly 3 months to decompose, which can be shortened if broken up into smaller pieces. And it can also be shortened if sent off to an external composting plant, where the waste can be heat treated. And this heat treating not only aids the breakdown process, but it also kills off any harmful bacteria that might be stuck in any of the leftover food that's inside of the packaging. So it's beneficial in that way as well. I've branded my packaging solution around the word Able to show that consumers are able to make a difference to the environment. And doing so has allowed me to incorporate the word Able into a lot of other elements within the brand. So on the packaging, for example, I've used words like poppable and ketchupable on popcorn and hot dog packaging as well. So it's all tied in quite nicely, and it also allows it to hit in with a certain demographic. So a younger target audience will be a lot more appealing to them. I also created a range of more upbeat campaign posters. They're a bit brighter as well to catch people's eyes. But these posters are essentially to try and show how the allotments and the vegetables or the fruit that they can grow with the compost links back to their waste, which I found was one of the problems before. It was a bit difficult to show that to the consumers. But I found these posters were quite a good way of doing that.
Congratulations to all the winners on such an exciting project.
Hi, I'm Nick Austin, Practice Director at Stephen George & Partners. Just recording this message to show our support for the Master's course at Middlesex University in Global Governance and Sustainable Development. We've worked with Veronica for quite a few years now, and that's culminated this year in an award from the Planet Mark on the Best Sustainability Campaign. We found working with Veronica really was a good match because we both believed in the United Nations sustainability goals and the work that you guys are carrying out there that allies with that as well. So let us wish you every success in this and going forward, and we hope to see some great work from you over the coming years. Take care.
As a sustainability communications consultancy and working with briefcases, the Heaven Company wants to work with others to support the ambitions of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals in ways that align with our activities. I'm delighted that our client partners see and feel the value of working on this agenda in this powerful way, in a way that works for business, that works for the planet, that works for society, and demonstrates responsible business practice. Briefcases at Middlesex University is offered to postgraduate students studying on the Global Governance and Sustainable Development course. The work produced is of an exceptional and detailed level, requiring budgeting and a full delivery strategy that could be implemented in the real world. Our congratulations go to highly commended James Martin for Jubilee Orchard, a social enterprise project to develop a piece of land sited in one of the most polarised areas of London, empowering communities through ecological engagement and growing fruit that reflects the local audience, harvesting it and selling it onwards to support community activities. And our winner is Georgia Rawdon Lowe for her circular economy solution for an everyday household product that tackles the problem of the 201 million toothpaste tubes used each year in the UK and the millions of toothpaste tubes going to landfill each year. Georgia's response, Squeak, No Waste Paste, goes from macro to micro level and establishes a legitimacy of need, product precedence of items already on the market, and the solution is presented with sufficient market research to show that the solution is a workable product and a service solution to move from a linear model of consumption to a circular, reuse and recycling one. Congratulations, Georgia. Congratulations, James. I'm joined by Craig Horwood, Managing Director of Hobbs Repro, part of the innovative Hobbs Group, which is operations spanning 3D immersive technology, 2D printing, reprographic services and technology businesses in the UK. Thanks, Craig, for joining us. And why did you decide to get involved in briefcases?
Well, we got involved from our meeting at the awards last year. And the year really has flown by, I think, for I'm sure everybody. But it felt very natural. It's very much in tune with our ethos of our company. We already run our own academies, both for creative services and also for 3D technologies. On top of which, we also support local communities with work experience, and of course, we take interns each year as well. So it just felt completely right thing to do, and I'm really glad that we did get involved as well.
Fantastic, and it feels like a natural fit, which is fabulous. And why did you choose web to print as your theme?
Yeah, it could have been one of so many different services that we provide, but I felt that web to print being very current, it also with the students both from design and illustration that we were working with, it felt like there was the space for them to be creative within the project. And that very much came true. The creativity that's come out of this has been just tremendous to see, and so many of the pieces are just full of energy and have really resonated with us.
Fantastic. In this highly conceptual entrepreneurial brief, we invited students from Staffordshire University, 2 separate courses, to create the concept, the visual communication strategy and awareness campaign for a high-end digital web-to-print website. People often want to print things, but they're often time poor and don't have the knowledge of how to put together a print brief that will help to bring their ideas to life. So we asked the students on the graphics and illustration courses to produce a concept for a web-to-print website for a target audience that they could choose, and to develop the design elements of branding to suit the target audiences, and to consider how print on demand can be marketed to the various audiences that the student has defined. Highly commended Danny McMaster for Tactile, Amber Kingston for Mossaglow, Sustainable Signage, Ayu Alyode for Keyshift Vinyl Labels for Keyboards. Bronze winners, Lucy Clayton for Perfect Pets, Pet Gifting Web to Print website, Callum Hunter for Mediform, Forming Medical Prints, Thomas Challinor for Masked, Paintball Masked Web to Print site. Silver winners, James Gibson, his subscription flower solution called Florever. Tegan Guest for Boxed Festival Shelters. Alexander Bakadziev for Monster Inc. 3D Web to Print. Jess Hawksworth for Print for Good children's books. And Jessica Kearney for Identity 3D glasses. Well done to these silver winners. And our gold winners are Olivia Jakes for Pretty as a Print, Beauty Salon Owners Web to Print service and website, and Stacey Richardson for Sense It, Give the Gift of Learning. A massive congratulations to all winners, particularly in this exceptional year. All Briefcases students have done an amazing job. However, this year, the judges want to acknowledge two universities in particular, Norwich University of the Arts and University for the Creative Arts Epsom. We recognise the amazing, outstanding work that has been done with your special cohorts this year. Congratulations to all the students and the academics and the lecturing teams for exceptional work. Thank you. Well, that's about it for the Briefcases bit of the Solutions Awards. We're already working really hard on the next range of projects, which will include packaging, sustainability, innovation, problem solving, enterprising skills. There's lots going on, and if you'd like to get involved, please do get in touch. Our thanks again to the amazing supporters of Briefcases, in particular Earth Island, Kinnerton Confectionery, Web & Web, UNIC, the International Union of Cinemas, Coca-Cola, the Blue Stocking Partnership, Stephen George and Partners, the Hobbs Group, and to the many others who collaborate with us, now, in the past, and in the future. Thank you all. And a very big special thanks to the universities that engage with us. Thank you.